judge those that are battling with addiction to drugs and alcohol, but yet we turn a blind eye to the stronghold that our phones have on us. In the morning when I'm waking up, I'm refreshing the shade room, watching people's stories and giving everyone else all of my energy, when in reality I should be giving that time and that space to myself. Where I would be walking through a public parking lot full of strangers and my eyes would be glued to my screen. I was distracted at work. I couldn't really finish out one simple task without picking up my phone. I was just having such a hard time being present and enjoying what was actually going on around me and in front of me. So I deleted all of my social media apps off of my phone, straight up cold turkey. I started to feel insecure about my own blessings, and this simply came from watching. It's a big bee. I started to feel insecure about my own blessings, and this came from watching so many other people crush their goals, and I started to just feel like the things that I had and the things that I was doing in my own life simply wasn't enough, which actually isn't true. If I was doing something where I really just couldn't be on my phone, I felt very anxious and I felt like, oh my gosh, I need to be checking my phone. I need to be seeing if I'm missing anything. I need to be just kind of in the loop. This video isn't to demonize social media either. I know that social media is such an amazing tool. It's an amazing resource to use when you use it within reason and with boundaries. However, many of us don't have boundaries set in place, so it ends up taking over our lives in a way that it just shouldn't. I talked to so many people and they were on social media. They didn't really like being on social media, but they were on it anyway, and they just kind of felt like they had to be there. And my question is, when did we set a golden rule that we had to be on these platforms? We didn't. People that design these social media apps and platforms, they are very smart, they are very intelligent, and they design them in order to keep us hooked, to keep us coming back, to keep us addicted. And they do so by advertising. They're suggesting things that you may like based off of tracking your other searches on the internet. They just have so many different strategies. I can't even begin to name them all. Set a mental goal and then track your screen time at the end of the day. Let's say you wake up one day and you're like, I'm only going to give myself 2 hours today to be on social media. Set the 2 hours, and then at the end of the day, check your screen time to see if you made it within that time limit. Set a time block on your calendar, a color-coded time block. I'm really big on color-coding my calendar. It helps me stay organized, it helps me just stay sane, and it lets me know that each color is for something different. Set a timer for that specific time block. So if you're giving yourself an hour and a half, set that on your calendar. Set the color to social media. If you really want to be specific, you can even color code each app. So like 30 minutes on Instagram, 30 minutes on Facebook, 30 minutes on Twitter, and kind of do it that way. If not, you can just do one color for social media in general and swipe and switch between whatever apps your soul desires. As soon as that timer goes off, I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear 5 more minutes. I want you to close your phone and go do something else productive with your time, and allow that to just be it for the day, and know that the next day, God willing, you can set another time block on your calendar. Oh my God. Just delete the apps. This is literally what I did. I woke up one day and I was like, yep, I'm deleting everything. I logged out. I didn't deactivate my accounts, but I just deleted them, because for me, I'm an out of sight, out of mind kind of person, and if it's not on my phone and it's not on my screen, first thing in the morning, I'm not going to be tempted to just go and click and scroll and all the things I was doing. It'll be kind of weird at first because, again, this became a habit, but it'll also become very normalized to not have it on your phone every single day. Recommendation number 4 is to do your research. I always recommend that whatever we do, whatever we're giving our time to, do your research on that thing, on that person. And the same applies for social media. A lot of us overlook the facts, and a lot of us haven't actually looked into the facts behind social media. Like I said earlier, social media was designed designed to keep us addicted, to keep us hooked, to keep us coming back for more. And a lot of people suffer from depression, suffer from anxieties. And again, this isn't to demonize social media, but it's true. And I just encourage you to do research on the facts behind how social media is developed. They even have so many amazing documentaries on Netflix that you can check out and really inform yourself and educate yourself. And if the facts don't align with your values, then maybe social media isn't the place for you to be. Unfollow accounts. I cannot take following hundreds and hundreds of people. I have to have a very small amount of people that I am following, simply because I don't like my feed to be cluttered. How I know unfollowing accounts that don't serve you, don't add value, don't add joy, don't add inspiration to your life is a good thing. Let's say you unfollow those accounts that don't inspire you and don't, just add joy to your life. Now you're only following a few accounts that truly do. The amount of time that you're scrolling on your homepage or on your news feed is going to reduce drastically, because you're no longer trying to sort through all of these different accounts that are just absolutely full of kerfuffle, as Judge Judy says. Turn off your notifications. Hear me out. Anytime I download an app, I do not allow it to notify me, simply because, for what? Like, when I'm on it, I can check, I can see what's going on, but I don't need you pinging at me, ringing my phone, letting me know that someone followed me or subscribed to me or whatever the case may be. Like, if you have your notifications on right now and you get notified every time someone likes your post or follows you or comments, you are doing yourself a disservice, because you are literally training your mind. Every single time you hear that ding or you see that notification pop up on your phone, you're training your mind to immediately jump into these apps. You can be notified when you're actually in the app. Don't beat yourself up. Like, don't be hard on yourself if you are truly trying to detox and wean social media out of your life. Think of this as a form of self-love, an act of self-love, because you are literally removing something that is taking your time from being present or doing the things that you truly want to do. I hear so many people say, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that, when in reality you have the time. Check your screen time, because it'll prove that you had the time that day, but you spent it scrolling. You spent it literally blacked out in an endless loop of scrolling. So if you're having a hard time weaning yourself off or taking a break, I invite you to do some self-reflection and figure out why, but don't beat yourself up over it. It's not that deep. We'll get there when we get there, as long as we stay focused and just kind of remember why it is that we're doing what we're doing. If you are having a hard time reducing your screen time or reducing your time on social media, is it because you feel excited? Is it because you feel inspired? Is it because you feel motivated to be your best self and to go crush your goals when you're off the app? If that's the case, maybe you don't need to be offline. Now, if you feel isolated and you feel insecure, you feel tired, you feel groggy, you just don't feel motivated at all, instead, when you finally put your phone down and realize that you've been scrolling and so much time has passed, you're like, what was I just doing? And you just feel totally disconnected from what's going on around you, then I highly encourage you follow these recommendations in order to wean yourself off, or to just simply delete the apps and go straight up cold turkey. When you begin to implement these recommendations into your life, I can almost 100% guarantee you that you will see an improvement in your productivity throughout the day, in your mood, in your energy, and just in your overall mindset. I'm getting some boob sweat, but it's okay because it's really hot. I became so consumed with watching other people live their lives that somewhere along the way I forgot to live my own. I forgot to go be courageous and do my own thing. And so breaking from social media has really helped me just kind of reconnect with myself and the things that I truly want. And cheers to you for being here and watching this video. I'm so proud, and I'm here to encourage you and cheer you on along the way. This is really mind over matter, and if I can do it, you definitely can do it. The present moment is such a gift, and I encourage you to allow yourself to be there and experience all of it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new here, I'm Kiana, and I post videos every single week with the hopes of encouraging you to be the example that you never had for yourself. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. I would love to have you stick around, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye guys.